It's time. Welcome back to A Beer in Review. On this episode, I'm drinking the classic Samuel Adams Boston Lager. It's the original beer that started it all. 5% alcohol, 30 IBUs, so it shouldn't be very bitter. You know, it should be just a good, well-rounded lager. So I'm very excited to start drinking this Sam Adams Boston Lager. Let's get right to it, huh? Ooh, it's got a nice, deep golden color. So far, it looks like a nice, tasty lager. As I was pouring it, I could smell a little bit of the aroma coming off of this beer. And I gotta say, it's a very satisfying smell. It smells like a lager. It's not like overpowerful. It's not underwhelming or anything like that. It just smells like a good beer. So on aroma, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 11. Because, damn. I mean, look at this guy. Look at it. It appears to be crystal clear, but it's got a really nice dark golden color, and it looks fantastic. I'm really happy with the appearance of this. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 3 on appearance. Alright, now on to the taste. The flavor. I have high expectations of this one. I was not disappointed. Oh, wow. Man, that is good. It's a bit of the traditional lager, but done well. I can see why this has won awards, and it's a lot of people's favorite. 30 IBUs is pretty low on the scale, but it's not in the teens or anything like that, and there's a little bit of a bitter aftertaste, but ever so slight, which I think really helps this lager out. It's definitely heartier than some other lagers you might find, and it's definitely not a light beer. It's just got a really good taste. If you're used to light beers, this one might kind of throw you for a loop a little bit, because it packs more of a punch to your palate, but not in an overwhelming way. If you're a fan of beers and if you've had different kinds of lagers, I would have to imagine you've had this, or if you haven't had it, go ahead and try it. But anyway, onto the flavor. I'm going to have to go ahead and give this one a high score. Because it is very, very tasty, I like it a lot. It's really hitting that spot for me. So out of 20, I'm going to have to go ahead and give it an 18 out of 20, which is a really high score, but well-deserved. Mouthfeel, out of 5. Feels like a beer in the mouth. Again, it's kind of the running theme here is that beers feel like beers in the mouth. Surprising, I know. I'm gonna have to go and give this a 4. It doesn't linger like super long, but long enough to let the flavor linger just a bit, which overall helps. Overall, I'm gonna give this a pretty high score as well. You know, out of 10, I'm giving this a 9. The reason I'm not giving it a perfect 10 is that I don't know if I'll ever give a beer a perfect 10. I might have been close a couple times, and this is very, very close, but I could see how someone might think it's a little bit too bitter, a little bit too punchy. As far as like a lager goes, most of the time they're a little bit less bitter, I guess. But I think that's what really helps this out. But I'm going to go give it a 9. I mean, that is almost perfect. A 9 is a good score. Alright, so that gives us a score of 45 out of 50. I believe that is the highest score I've given a beer yet. 45 out of 50 is a really, really good score. It scored well in pretty much every single category that I score based on. Yeah, 45 out of 50 is a good score. I don't know if I'll ever get higher than that. I'd love to see the beer that gets me higher than that. If you know of one, let me know down below in the comments. Also, let me know if you've had the Sam Adams Boston Lager and what you think of it. Some of you might not like it, but as far as my palate is concerned, it is right up my alley. And yeah, I was really happy with this beer. As you can see, it's got that nice golden yellow color to it. Yeah, 45 out of 50, such a good score. I would definitely recommend trying this beer. It's great. Thanks again for watching, and come back next time. And until then, cheers.